Intuition is the highest form of intelligence. And in writing that and in doing the feedback after that, I got into, so pretty much everyone in business who writes about intuition is from the decision sciences world.
Yeah.
And so first I dove into, well, how do people make decisions, and intuition versus, data driven decision making is everything now, and AI and all this stuff. And what I realized is that, first of all, intuition is not only about decision sciences. So then I had to get into the eureka space, like, intuitive leaps and how does that work, and the idea that it comes from mastery, like 10,000 hours of,
Mm-hmm.
No. But what I realized was that companies have become more and more bound by process, more and more bound by essentially committees. They might not call it that way, but group decision making. You can't get to step B in the decision making process unless you have the data to support it, and then you can't get to C unless B said okay. And what happens is it creates a world in which there cannot be an intuitive leap. There cannot be this eureka moment that says, oh my God, we're not in the airline business, we're in the transportation business. So we're not taking people from London to New York, we're taking people from their home to their division office, and that sort of thing. So you can't do that anymore if you have this data driven. So I interviewed out here in Park City. I had to do this thing called chairlift chats, which is basically
awesome.
Either get on a chairlift or something. I get to a ski area and interview these really interesting people. One of the women that I interviewed was a woman named Michelle, who's the producer for Breaking Bad. And director for Breaking Bad. And she said, I asked her about Netflix and having data and all this, and they can predict. And she said, there is no data in the world that could predict that a TV show about a high school chemistry teacher who gets stage 4 lung cancer and becomes a crystal meth dealer would become a hit. Doesn't exist. So when you create a structure or you create a culture that's so inhuman or process-driven or numbers-driven that you don't allow space for that sort of, I wonder, this like out-of-the-box idea, then you stagnate.